Lawmakers in Cyprus are preparing legislation to try to save the country's banking system. This coming after the finance minister returned from Russia empty-handed, and the European Central Bank laid down a Monday deadline to hash out a plan. Well, how is it that Russia, Greece and the European Union have so much invested in the financial woes of one tiny island? Tom Foreman explains.
How is this possible? How can a small island nation off the coast of Greece, how can tiny Cyprus with just over 1 million people be rocking the economic world? Two reasons. Because it is an absolutely massive offshore banking center, and because it's become something of a battlefront on the future of the Eurozone. Cyprus is, of course, a member of the Eurozone. It uses the euro as its currency, and yet, even though it's teetering on the edge of bankruptcy, it has so far rejected a bailout offer from the Eurozone, saying the terms of that deal are just too steep. Specifically, what the Cypriots don't like is the idea that they would have to tax the bank accounts of their own citizens and those of foreigners in their country to help pay back this loan to bail them out. They don't like the idea of that at all. Who's pushing it? Well, we don't know where it came from, but we know that a very strong Eurozone member, Germany, has been talking a lot about accountability. The idea that if you have a bailout like this for Cyprus, there has to be some really strong participation from Cyprus in paying it back, and maybe there's no other way for them to pay back. That is what has spurred so much talk about Russia, of all things. Why Russia? Why would Russia be so interested in all of this? Well, there's a historic connection between Russia and Cyprus, but more importantly, many, many Russians have many, many millions of dollars in those Cyprus banks as an offshore tax haven. Enough so that they may control half of the accounts there in Cyprus. The Russian government does not want that money lost to its citizens for investment in Russia, for building in Russia. So the idea has been floated that maybe Russia will step in and find a way to help pay back the Eurozone bailout if it comes to that. What do they get in exchange? Maybe some of the natural gas rights from Cyprus in the future. No one really knows. This is all speculation at this point, but the mere fact that it is being speculated, the idea that maybe a non-Eurozone member would be the key to bailing out a member of the Eurozone, has made some people very uneasy about the future of the Eurozone itself, if that's the way it's going to go. And that is the reason that tiny, tiny Cyprus is creating such very big waves.